Now, back to Silver Moments with Dr. Marsha Baltimore.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for that phone number, Paul. Again, for the audience, 1-800-336-2225. Call us up and find out your questions on marriage, if you have marriage, or other subjects. Another subject I wanted to talk about, beside marriage this morning, are why are men and women different from each other? And the book that answers that is Mars and Venus. So women have to let the guy, I said last week, go into his cave and work out his macho behavior, and then he comes out and he's ready for the world. So the men don't have a problem with women going into a cave. This is, I guess, a centuries-old problem from the caveman period. But women have to talk it out. That's their need. And some guys don't understand that. So they say, oh, I don't want to hear that, oh, And then the woman says, well, okay, I got to find somebody else to talk to. That's going to ruin a marriage. So you have to have a way to go through this rubber band independent clause with the guy. He's rubber banding into his cave, and he's snapping out when he's ready to achieve his autonomy, to show his macho. And women have to do only one thing with this, and that is understand it. They have to understand it. And maybe a joke will help you. Milton Berle wrote this in his joke book, 10,000 Jokes, under the category of marriage. He said, my wife and I have a perfect understanding. I don't try to run her life, and I don't try to run mine. So you can take that for what it's worth and figure out who runs his life, but he understands it, so that's the best part of that. Now, there's a great psychiatrist, Dr. William Glazer, and he and his wife wrote this book together. And they are saying in their book called Getting Together and Staying Together by HarperCollins, they are saying that you have to try to figure out who you can change. So can you change your husband? Could I change that guy with the ice cream if I didn't throw it out? No way. I just changed me. I said, no, I'm not going to have that happen. Dump. And I put it in there. And then I told him where it was, so he got it. Now you do the change, and you, in return, find out that your partner may change for you. Some things you don't do for changing are criticizing, blaming, complaining, nagging, threatening, which is very bad, punishing, and bribing. I'll give you $20 if you let me go to my cave. I mean, I'm kidding around, but that's the idea. And Dr. Glasser and his wife Charlene tell you about that in their book. So I think you might know that other people have the same problems you have. Can the couples live happily ever after? Is marriage obsolete? I doubt it. Till death us do part. Now that's kind of interesting. That's the role of the commitment. So how do you do death us do part? You have to support the guy, and the guy has to support you. And you have to know that he's from a different MO from women. Guys are not the same. They want the macho, women want the taking care of, and they don't always understand what they're saying to one another. So, remember the 7 deadly habits and try to avoid them. Now, the needs of the human being is survival, love, power, freedom, and fun. That's about it. Survival, which means children because they survive you with your name. Love, power, freedom, and fun. And according to Dr. Glazer, only power is man-directed. Survival and belonging, love and belonging, and freedom to roam and fun are animals' behavior as well. But power is a human behavior. It's done mentally with conniving and other kinds of things. So if you see yourself falling into that, you have to think about what you're doing and change it. So I say, commitment means you promise to be always there for the person, happy or not. You're going to stick in the marriage to the commitment level, which is until death us do part. And that will make you feel better. That's what you want from that. You don't want everybody else to care about it, but you have to care about it, and your husband too. And he has to know you're doing that, and then he knows, and you know. And it becomes wonderful for the two of you. So now I have some funny numbers for you about marriage, call Marriage by the Numbers. The cost of an average wedding is $20,000. The cost of an average divorce, guess what? Is $20,000. In the first place, you pay it to the caterer, and in the second place, you pay it to the lawyer. Now, first marriages that end in divorce in America compose 50%. Second marriages that end in divorce, whoa, listen to this number, compose 67%, up by 17. Third marriages that end in divorce are 74%, so another 7 up. Percent of miserable couples who stayed together and left happier 5 years later was 86%. That's an error in their behavior. The people who hung around and got happy after they hung around by 86%. And what was it? They had some behaviors younger that they shed as they got older. That's a good thing. And the number after that who were happy 10 years later, they're already in their 80s, was 80%. Now, of all the different marriages, spouses who say their sex lives are better married compose 73% of the married people in America. That was 73% like it better married. They don't go running around. I have to waste all this time making phone calls, going around, going in the car. Forget it. And that's what they do. They say, forget this running. I want a nice wife to stay with me. Or I want a nice husband that I can throw his ice cream out on. Whatever. But have the humor there. And don't lose it, stick to that. And so now we're going to talk about the money that the married couple has instead of the divorced people. The money at the end of their lives, when the first one dies, and they're still married, is, as a rule, 85% greater than everybody who's divorced. 85% more money. That's a reason to stay married, if nothing else, but you have to enjoy it. What the heck are you going to do if you don't enjoy it? So that's the thing. Think about all of that. That's still from Dr. Glaser and his wife, Charlene. And then the guys get a bonus. Listen to this bonus. The guys who are married live 1.7 years more than the guys who stay single. That's in Dr. Glaser's book. He's a psychiatrist, MD, so he knows what he's talking about. I think you would enjoy reading that. Sex lives are better when married, 73%.
How do you feel? Where are your views on what you're hearing? Give us a call and share them with us at CRN Digital Talk. It's toll free from anywhere in the USA. 1-800-336-2225. Again, that toll free number, 1-800-336-2225. Join us today on CRN Digital Talk. We're here for you. 1-800-336-2225.
Want clear, healthy, beautiful skin and a strong immune system? Then try Herpanacine. Herpanacine, voted the #1 skin